Well, looks like my smoker died over my lunch break. Well, everybody, today is February 19th, and I am in the bees today. This is the earliest that I've ever done any real bee work. I usually leave them alone till about March or April. But today we're in pretty much my overwintered nuke yard. I think I got about 42 on these 3-way nuke pallets. And then I got 24 in singles right here. They're all the same queens, made it at the same time last year, late summer. I just didn't have enough singles to fit everybody in, so all the extras got put into these 6-frame nukes. They got 5 frames of comb in there, but they also have a division board feeder, 1 gallon in there. So they got 5 frames of comb and 1 feeder. So what we're doing today is going through and putting on some patties. Pollen Supplement patties. The Global 15% pollen with the Apis-Biologix. Here's the box I've been feeding out of, and the bees are pretty interested in it. Just been going through, popping the lids. If it looks like a viable queen right colony, I'll put on 2 patties. If they look questionable, then I'll take out some combs and make sure they're queen right. So far everybody's had a little bit of sealed brood in them. Well, all stages of brood, but the oldest is sealed up. And they're looking pretty good for February, I think. My main reason for going through them was this year I'm going to offer up for sale some overwintered nukes, and they're going to come from this yard, so people have been asking about them, so I just wanted to see for myself if I think I'm going to be able to sell any. Really, if I sell them, I want them to come from these boxes, so I haven't gotten into them yet. But I've been through all of these, and then I saved this last group of 4 for y'all. And then we'll go through some of these 5-framers. So let's see what they have to offer. Well, looks like my smoker died over my lunch break. No, still alive. Just got a pump on it for a while. All right. I'm giving everybody a heft. See their weight. That one feels decent. Now ones like this, they look like a fine colony, so I don't even dig into them. But for y'all's sake, we'll see what they're doing. I've been through 20 so far, and everybody's been good except for 2. One was queenless, one was a laying worker, so they were queenless as well. So when I'm doing these kind of checks, I just try to dig straight, find the center frame of the cluster, because that's where the brood's going to be. First frame will pull out. No sealed brood, don't see any eggs. Then there's sealed brood on this other side. Pretty sure y'all can see that. Little bitty patch of sealed. It's got eggs all around it. I'm sure the next frame over is going to have probably some larvae and sealed brood. Yeah. That's got all stages. As you can see, they're still got plenty of honey. There's the queen there at the bottom of the frame. These are all carniolan queens, or carniolan daughters at least. So we will carefully put her back. Move on to the next one. These look viable as well. We'll just confirm that. Oh yeah. Sealed brood, eggs, larvae, honey. Just what you want to see. Pollen, a little bit of leftover pollen from last fall. There's the queen. This yard had a pretty good pollen flow last fall. I'm not giving any liquid feed right now because I think, in my opinion, it's just a little early for that. You know, we're still in February. We can still get pretty dang cold. Our nights are still getting pretty chilly. So, and small clusters like this, they're not going to go over there to the feeder very well and get feed. So I'm holding off on liquid feed for now. Plus they have tons of honey in there, most of them. One of them did not, somewhere over there. So I actually have some honey frames in my truck there, so I swapped out 3 empties for 3 full honey frames. There's some sealed brood on that one, and there's the queen. So far we're 3 out of 3 on this pile. Check their weight. Yeah, they're all right. Well, got the smallest for the last. Let me set y'all up in a better spot. So not a whole lot of bees in this one. They are all congregated to this side of the box. Looks like they're mostly on 3 frames. We'll see if they're viable and just small, or if they've got a bad out. Got tons of honey. There's a drone. That could be a bad sign. Well, there's the queen and some worker brood, so y'all see her there. And we got sealed brood under here. They have tons of honey, but I'm not seeing much stored pollen, so maybe us coming along and putting them down a pollen patty will help them out quite a bit. You know, and some people would be all in favor of centering them back up, but in my mind it's just, you know, they've moved over there for a reason. So I just kind of want to keep them the way they are and not disrupt their house too much, especially when in February when we can still get cold and cause them some undue stress. And small ones like that, I'm just giving 1 patty. And I'll actually put it this way. Most of them, I'll stand on top, do a little dance, kind of squish them patties down a little bit. So good to go. 22 out of 24. Now let's move on to these girls. Not very many bees. Here's the queen right over here. Right there. Got some brood, but it's very unhealthy. Yeah, these girls probably aren't gonna make it. But I will give them a chance, give them a half a patty, see what they do. middle one. That looks a lot better. Well, maybe a little deceiving. Well, those are the frames with the most bees and no queen or brood. So I would call these queenless. She's not on the lid. Plus there's no brood in there anyway. Well, 0 for 2. Can we end well? Let's find out. There she is. The teeny patch of brood. Well, we got one healthy one out on this pallet, but it ain't all that great. I'll give them the other half patty. All right, we can't end the video like that, so let's try another pallet. There's the queen. She don't have much brood, but she's got a little bit. There she is. And this brood's actually emerging, so that's a good sign. Get some new young bees in here will be good. They definitely need a pollen patty to help them out. And they still got plenty of honey, so that's good. And all these queens in here are going to be Carniolans or Caucasians. And they're all pretty frugal with their honey, so that's no surprise. Guess all these are going to be pretty small clusters. And there's the queen. Got some brood, so that's good. Smaller box, smaller cluster, I guess. We're going to give these girls their protein supplement. See if they can survive and thrive. This one looks nice from the top. See larvae and eggs. And I see the queen on the next frame. this pallet was better than the first one. Pretty small clusters, but we're going to see if we can nurse them along, get them to grow a little bit. I'll keep y'all updated. Well, thank y'all for tuning in for this little video. Not much to it really, just checking on my bees, giving them some pollen patties. I'm wanting them to build up a little earlier this year than they have in the past. I want to make my splits a little bit earlier. Not much, but a little bit. So I need my bee numbers to get up a little earlier. So I'm trying to stimulate them with some pollen before the real stuff arrives. We won't be getting any real stuff until maybe a month from now. So I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens. So I'll try to keep y'all updated. And before we go, let's open one up that's already had their patty on a while. See if they're munching on it. Oh yeah. They're lined up at the buffet.